And I heard so many good things about the Kylie lip kits when they first came out. And then it just kind of slowly but surely just kind of withered away. And people were talking about like the quality of the makeup wasn't what it used to be. I feel like even though Kim's line, KKW, is a lot smaller, I feel like her line has surpassed Kylie's when it comes to What's up, guys? My name is Keshante Chantel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome. If you are new here, what up? What up? Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. So this is the look that we're going to be doing, and we're just going to be chatting it up just a little. Before we jump into this makeup look, if you have not already, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, girl. Join the family. And yeah, without further ado, we are just going to get straight into the video. Alright, so my camera is at a weird angle, but we're gonna keep it moving. I did flat iron these pieces, but because my natural hair is curly, it's slowly but surely starting to curl up, and I kind of want to get them out the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and tuck them. All right, guys, so the foundation that I'm gonna use today is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is in the shade Honey Bronze. I haven't used this in a very long time, so we're just gonna see how this works out, because this foundation is too much. So this is a really good foundation, but the only thing is it stays on. And when I say on, I mean girl. You try to have this on for like a week, then I'll say go for it. And it is a full coverage foundation. As with any other foundation, I find that I'm not the biggest fan of the smell. Just because it has like this inky kind of smell to me. But I think it has a lot to do with like the pigments. So this shade is like slightly lighter than what I would normally use. This would definitely be a winter shade, just because I haven't been out and about to really get any sun. So yeah, like most of my foundations are gonna be darker than this. However, that's neither here nor there, because I can always bronze up my skin. So if you are a makeup wearer, and technically you would have to be a makeup wearer, but I did see recently that Kylie Cosmetics is trying to revamp, reformulate, come out with something new. How are we feeling about this? Like, are you guys excited? Are you tired? What do you feel? Because I have only brought something from Kylie Cosmetics like one time, and I'm not even gonna lie, I returned it just because I wasn't satisfied with the formula. I feel like when, it first became a thing, it was amazing, and I feel like the hype was definitely there, but then when the brand got sold, it's just like the hype and everything just kind of died down around it, and I just feel like, I don't know, I don't really care. I won't really buy anything from it, just because I wasn't fully impressed with the last go round. So And then like everything went like 75% off on ultabeauty.com and in stores, and I don't know. It's just kind of one of these things, like if you like makeup and you like the Kardashians and you're just willing to spend the money just to try anything, then you know, that's all well, fun and good. But for me, when I buy makeup, I like to invest in something that I know I'm gonna have for a while. I don't want something just because everybody else has it or it's gonna get me clout. I want to actually be able to wear it. And I heard so many good things about the Kylie lip kits when they first came out, and then it just kind of slowly but surely just kind of withered away, and people were talking about like the quality of the makeup wasn't what it used to be. I feel like even though Kim's line, KKW, is a lot smaller, I feel like her line has surpassed Kylie's when it comes to quality. So, all right, so just so we could backtrack a little bit, the concealer that I used was a 16-hour e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I've been loving that. Just recently picked that one up. And then, of course, this is the Kat Von D Good Apple foundation. I do use it to bronze and tan just because that shade is slightly too dark for me. So, you know, it's gonna give my skin the warmth that it needs. But getting back to the Kardashians, I feel like not even just the Kardashians. Let me just tell you, as a makeup artist, somebody who's been in the industry for 17 plus years, because that should tell you how old I am, I feel like there's a lot of celebrities that are doing cash grabs when it comes to skincare, when it comes to makeup, just kind of all of that. Like, it's a thing to get a bunch of money and then it slowly but surely goes away, and then the artist moves on to something else, and it's just like, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like with Selena Gomez and her line Rare Beauty, I feel like it got a lot of hype in the beginning, and I heard that the products were really amazing, and I do hope that her brand is one that sticks around, just because I saw some of the products in Sephora and I was like impressed, but not impressed enough to want to buy, if that makes sense. I mean, there are brands like Alicia Keys' cosmetic line that just came out, and you don't really hear too much about that. And Jennifer Lopez, her skincare line came out, and it just kind of, the hype around it came and went. And so I feel like one thing about people are not fools, especially people who are in the industry, people who wear makeup every day, not just makeup artists, people who are just passionate and they love being around it. They're not fools. And so coming out with these cash grabs, people are gonna have the ability to see right through that. And there are some artists, makeup artists, who use that to their advantage because they know some of people want reviews, people want to see this stuff, and they're going to spend their money to get the latest just so they can get the views and get the subscribers. But I'm not wasting my money over here. It's not happening. If I don't believe in it, if I don't really see where it makes sense, I I'm not wasting my time or money. So right now I'm going in with MAC Cosmetics. This is Give Me Sun. It's one of my favorite bronzers. It definitely gives you that sun-kissed glow that you may or may not be looking for. But I like definitely a warm, not so much a reddish kind of bronzer, but definitely that orangish kind of brown undertone bronzers that have a lot of yellow and gold pigments to it. I feel like those always look beautiful on my skin. So now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in Caramel Cutie. I'm going to use that same powder brush just to put that on. I have my moments sometimes where I do like my eyes first. I might do like my foundation first. It really honestly just depends on how I'm feeling. So if you are new to this channel, then welcome, guys. Stick around, join the family, definitely subscribe to the tube. And if you have been here before, you guys know the routine, welcome back. All right, lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Bare Pro. This is in the shade Clove. This is kind of like my closing bronzer color. You guys know I'm not really too big on like the whole contouring thing. Although I will do a little razzle dazzle, but I don't do the full on shadows and stuff because I just feel like I'm gonna go ahead and knock off that excess powder. And of course I use the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey to bake under the eyes or to set. Next, guys, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe. This is the Cold Brew Eyebrow Gel. And I'm gonna go in with my MAC Cosmetics. This is their 226 angled brush. What else is going on? Y'all, wouldn't it be like, I feel like the world would stop if Beyonce came out with like a makeup collab. Like, out of all the artists who have collaborated with MAC Cosmetics, why hasn't Beyonce collaborated with MAC? Because you know how MAC does like their Viva Glam for AIDS awareness? That would have been, oh gosh, that would have just been bananas. Bananas. I remember the days when makeup used to be like, makeup used to be so poppin'. Like, if there was a collab that dropped, people was like freaking standing outside the doors waiting for the store to open so they could be the first to rush home. And now there's like, you hardly really see any of that anymore. Can we get back to that? I feel like ColourPop is that girl. Let's not stray away from that. ColourPop is that girl. And I feel like there's not enough time to miss the brand. I feel like every freaking month there's a new collection coming out and it's all starting to look alike. Because they come out with a desert collection and then 2 months later they come out with a Navajo collection. They come out with a Barbie collection that looks like their Lizzie McGuire collection. Then they come out with a Bratz collection. It's just like, really? truth be told, like I buy ColourPop's Super Shock shadows because I feel like they are a very nice formula. Yeah, I feel like they're a nice formula, but it's just not enough time to miss the brand, and it's starting to get like old too. So I'm honestly glad that Morphe kind of eased up on the rainbow collections, because to me it seemed like every freaking after the James Charles palette came out, it's like they just wanted to relive that moment, and it just it had its moment, and it's time to like let it go and move on from that and create the next best thing. Because if you have a James Charles palette, you don't need another rainbow palette. Like, come on, you just don't need it. If you have a Be Perfect Carnival palette, you don't need another colorful palette. It's like, I feel like people are just buying stuff just to say that they have it, and that's fine. Who am I to tell you how to spend your money? But honestly, if I showed you guys some of the palettes that I have, like that I haven't even touched yet, you'd be like, girl. So I'm just using that e.l.f. concealer to lay it down as my eyeshadow base, because I feel like I like buying eyeshadow base, but I just feel like concealer is just so much more convenient because it cuts down on one less product that you have to use. So I don't know if you guys ever have done this before at Sephora, but Makeup Forever has these little palettes where you can pretty much choose 3 colors and make your own. So I chose these colors because I felt like it just kind of went very festively with my top. So I'm going to be using that today. I'm also going to be using the Lorac Pro palette. I have not pulled this baby out in a very, very long time, and so I definitely kind of want to play with that because the colors in this palette are bomb.com, very neutral. This palette, okay, so let's talk about this palette, because honestly, when I used to work at Ulta, and after the Naked, the original Naked palette came out, and it was just so much hype around just like neutral colors. This palette was that girl, and when I say like the colors in this palette were super bomb, it actually blends better than a Naked palette. So I'm gonna go in with taupe first, but the colors just blended like so much better than a Naked palette, and it was just like always sold out in our store. And speaking of Naked, like I've always been a fan of the Urban Decay brand, but it's just I haven't seen anything new and exciting from them lately. I really thought the Prince collab was gonna be like one of those hell yeah moments, but it was just like more of a what the hell, because I've seen some of the swatches and I just was like, man, if you gonna come out with a Prince palette, you better come out with a Prince palette, okay? It gave more princess, but it is what it is. Urban Decay still has a lot of staple pieces in their line that is amazing and will forever be that girl as long as they don't change the formula, like their setting sprays. Their eyeshadow primer is amazing. I'm trying to think what else I like. A lot of their Naked palettes, like the Naked 1, 2, 3, and the Naked Heat, will forever be my favorites. But I think that's kind of where I stopped. Like after the Naked Heat, I didn't buy any more Naked palettes because it was just too much. Like that's another brand that kind of lived in the nostalgia and just kind of needed to move on from that. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade Sable, which is like this dark brown right here. So I'm gonna focus that on the outer corners of the eye, bringing it halfway to the center of the lid. So I want to know also, who are some of your favorite YouTubers to watch? Because I can tell you some of the people that I really, really enjoy watching is Aaliyah's Face. I just started watching her a couple months ago. I don't know where the hell I've been. Her vlogs are just, they're amazing. They're amazing. Sunday Love. I like her because she does a lot. Well, she lives in Japan, and you know she watches anime, so we share a lot of the same interests. So I really like her vlogs. They're always put together very professionally. I like Kyra Amanique. She's just a ball of fun. She's so sweet, so humble, so deserving of all of her success right now. I just recently started watching her as well. I think her name is Alexis Rebecca, so I like her vlogs as well. So if you guys have some recommendations for channels, then please list them below, because I always like watching, whether it's new YouTubers or old YouTubers, whoever. And I'm a huge fan of Time the Infamous. Time still is. Let's not get it twisted. Time is still that bitch. Time is just the bomb. Like, come on. She created the whole lookbook thing on social media where showing off the outfits and stuff. Like, she's bomb. All right, guys. So I'm going to take this Makeup Forever eyeshadow, and I'm going to go in with that. I'm using my MAC 239 brush, and I'm just going to start placing that on the center of the lid. And this color is like a bronzy, coppery tone, but it's so pretty. And because I want the outer parts of the eye to be a little bit more smoky, I'm going to take my MAC 221 brush, and I'm going to use the espresso and the black, which is basically these two colors right here. And I'm going to concentrate that on the tail end and just kind of use circular motions to blend that out. So you see how it just gives like a little bit of smoking? Not too much. But I am going to take what's left in this brush and dip into that sable, because I want a smoky eye, because I want to smoke it underneath. So I'm just going to look up or do the best I can, honestly. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay. This is their 24/7 Glide On pencil in the color Whiskey. And I'm just going to line bottom lashes with that. Or my waterline, should I say. And very rarely do I wear a liner at the bottom, but when I do though, I use Urban Decay. Tell me, have you seen her? Alright guys, so I'm going to use my Jada Dani Beauty. I don't know, okay, so if you ever see me look this way, it's because my monitor is right here and I can see myself. I'm still talking to you, but don't think I'm weird. So I'm going to use Jada Dani Beauty. This is their brown lip pencil. Alright, so I'm going to take my NYX matte lip cream. This is in the shade Abu Dhabi. I'm just going to put that all over. And then I'm going to take Stila Cosmetics, their liquid lipstick in the shade Caramelo. And just put that in the center and rub it in. Now, tip and a trick, you want to do that when it's still wet, because once it's dry with the liquid lipstick, it's going to be extremely hard to go back in and blend that out. Don't say I ain't never teach you nothing. Alright, so now I'm going to take my Laura Geller. This is their blush in the shade Tropic Hues. Then I'm going to take it a little step further. I'm going to take my Cheeky Bronze from MAC Cosmetics. So I'm going to take Cheeky Bronze, and I'm going to use that on top. So it's just going to give me, like, I don't know. Let's see if we can do it from the side. You can see. So it's just going to give me a subtle glow. Nothing like too extravagant, because make no mistake, I'm going to use highlighter. I love highlighter. It's just so beautiful. I haven't been doing it as much lately, but yes. So I'm going to put my lashes on off camera. Give me 1 second and I will be right back. And I typically, like, if you guys are wondering, like, oh my gosh, where should she get her lashes? I typically get these lashes from my local beauty supply, like, hair store. So, I mean, they may not sell them at every single location, and sometimes they're out. And they actually have numbers instead of names. So, I think, do we want highlighter? Do we? Maybe, just a little bit. Ooh. And if you're wondering, that is the Morphe setting spray that I use. I'm gonna use Juvia's Place, their loose highlighter in the shade Nefertiti. Cause baby, if she ain't gonna do nothing else, she gonna get some glow. That is so gorgeous. I know a lot of people are starting to stray away from the whole highlighter kind of deal, because they're just like, it's too much, it makes you look too shiny. So, girl, I'm shining bright like a diamond. So, these are my little crispity crunchities. I don't know, it's just kind of doing its own thing. But this is basically it. This is the final look, guys. So it is so pretty. I'm looking cute or whatever. Like, I'm looking cute or whatever. Like, you don't have to tell me. I know. I love it. But anyway, guys, this is it. This is the final look. Thank you, as always, for tuning in, sticking it out, thugging it out with me. If you made it to the end, you know, it's just, we here. Like, we here. So if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe, join the family, stay tuned for more vlogs, more makeup hauls, more tutorials, you name it. And also let me know what you want to see, because like I like trying new stuff. Maybe it's an idea that I haven't thought of, something that you've been wanting to see for a while on another channel. You're just not getting what you need and you came here and I give it to you. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.